Hello, hello, folks. Long time no see. What's up? Full Nelson. Smurfy Loco, meat salad. What's up? All right. Let's go to Bam, and then you can see me. All right. Bam. There we go. Now we are visible. What's up, everybody? Sup, Disarray? Thank you, thank you. Glad to be back. Arcane, what's up? What's up, Ryan? Damon? Jason, what's up? All right. So, I want to get this one started early. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. I'm gonna have to get off at like in exactly 1 hour. So, yeah, this is I'm gonna try to answer as many questions as I can. So make sure you put question in front of the chat, or in front of your whatever your comment is in the chat. First, I'm gonna start with the YouTube questions. Then I'll go to the chat questions. Will I be on in 45 minutes? Yes. I'll have like 15 minutes after the 45-minute mark. Um, yeah. So, I guess first let me just give a quick how was CitizenCon, and uh how much fun did I have? I had a lot of fun. It was incredible. You guys might have seen me like in the background. I was chasing around Jared. I was I was all over the place. And then the second day I got in the front row. And so I was like all over the screen. Like if you watch the stream, you can't miss me. I'm like in the front row wearing a Billionaire Ninjas t-shirt. So it was really cool. It was really cool. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of cool people. I met at least 20 devs. I could only get pictures with like 10 or 11 of them, but I met at least 20 of them. And I got to meet Chris Roberts, which was really cool. Um, and the secret thing that I couldn't tell you guys about, but I can now tell you about, was that we got to tour the studio. So Billionaire Ninjas only been a YouTuber for 11 months technically, and they let me tour their studios. I don't know why, but they let me tour the studio. So my group, the 430 group, because there was a 430 group, a 530 group, and I believe a 630 group. It was either 630 or 730, and then there was like the volunteers. Um, but our group, the 430 group, which the only person, okay, I think Moist Noodle was there, and then Board Gamer. Those are only two people whose names I know like off bat. The rest I'd have to see a picture. Um, but I was in the group with Board Gamer, and we were the first ever non-CIG employees to tour the studio. So we were the first to ever step foot inside. It was everything you thought it would be. It was awesome. I have pictures. I have videos that so certain areas we couldn't record, but other areas we could. And so their studio is really, it's really freaking cool. I got pictures with one of the founders, one of the founders that people don't give that much attention to. So yeah, I'll be posting pictures and videos and all types of stuff. I still have some more CitizenCon content to upload as well. So yeah, and I seen a bunch of people there. There's a lot of people that walked up and shook my hand and said they appreciated the videos. I appreciate you for watching. I had no idea that many people knew who the heck I was. So it was really cool to like have people like come up to me and be like, hey, I really appreciate your videos, because as I've said before, those videos were hard work, very hard work. So it's good to be appreciated in that sense. Not to mention, when I got to the studio tour, there were multiple devs that came up to me and said, we watch your videos. And I was like I would have guessed that one or two people, I would have guessed that one or two devs watch my videos, but I wouldn't have guessed like more than three. And so that was really cool. I met Ben Curtis. He was not happy to hear about my thoughts about the Peregrine. I met John Crew. I didn't really get to talk ship stuff with him because he was actually working. Shout out to John Crew, by the way, because John Crew was behind the counter selling merch. And he's like one of the higher level, as far as I know at least, he's one of the higher level people in Star Citizen. And he was just in the back selling merch. And I'm pretty sure he didn't have to do that. So shout out to John Crew for working hard. That was really cool to see. I gave so if you did see me, then you know I was wearing a Billionaire Ninjas t-shirt. Those were the first copies. I was trying to figure out which one I should do. My wife actually bought those. Those are really cool. But we have to find a manufacturer, and then the Billionaire Ninjas t-shirts will eventually go on sale. We'll try to get that done in the next few months. But we have to figure out how to scale it, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes with that. Like it's I don't want to give you crappy t-shirts. I don't want to give you a t-shirt that as soon as you wash it twice the logo disappears. So I got to figure out a way to get really good t-shirts, and then those will go on sale, and I'll give a few away, as I tend to do, give things away. The Carrick thing still going on. We're still giving away a Carrick. So make sure that you like and leave a comment on the videos. Shorts do count. So if you if you watch the shorts and leave a comment on those, you qualify as well. And then of course we're still giving away our skin on YouTube, and we're still giving away our Atlas on Twitch. So yeah. And all right, so that was like my physical experience. I got to meet a lot of people. I was on the Info Runner show, if you guys watched, the very first, right after, it was like that first night, I think. Yeah, it was right after the first night. We talked for a while and everything. So very cool stuff. As far as my thoughts, 2026 is, I guess I thought they would like kind of section it out, but I did think that if we go back to my predictions, my full release date I did have as 2026. So I got it right technically. So I wasn't surprised about that. I was surprised to see an aurora get hit by lightning. That was freaking cool. I don't think anybody could have expected that. To see a whole weather front come in, that was cool. For the water to look as cool as it did when they were walking through the planet, nobody expected that. We all knew the worm was coming back, but what I didn't know is that they would show gameplay footage of people fighting the worm. That was freaking cool. Not to mention like the armor classes, they're really going full MMO, really cool. But I have, I'm not gonna go into detail about everything because I'm gonna actually do maybe like I don't even know how many parts, but I'm gonna take every video that they did, every section of CitizenCon. I'm gonna go through it and I'm going to write my notes down and then tell you what I think about each one. So you'll see some content about that. That'll probably be the next few weeks worth of content. My pace is going to slow down for those of you who are used to 3 or 4 videos from me every day. That's over. You'll get maybe 3 or 4 a week, but I'll still keep my streaming schedule. So so technically you'll get at least 6 videos every week. Just 3 of those will be streams. But yeah. All right. What else? Base building. I was going crazy for base building. I was in the front row, and I was going crazy. I was trying to hold down my excitement because I was in the front row. I didn't want to mess up the people who were presenting, but I was freaking out internally because that's my stuff. Space stations, org stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. That's all I got time for right now. Because I do have to keep this stream actually short for once. So yes, I will go and answer these questions, and then we will go from there. All right. Breakfast with Billionaire. I didn't know it was breakfast. Where are you at? Where it's breakfast? Trying to pop out these chats. So let's see. All right, let's get to our. Yeah, I'll go over the Miss Starlancer and all that stuff. I don't want to just. I'll probably do like some initial reaction. It depends on how much time I have. But to me, it just makes sense for me to just actually go through it and actually give you guys the good stuff, like my legit thoughts rather than just like, oh, well, I thought that was cool, and I thought that was cool, and I thought that was cool. Because, like, what are you getting out of that? Like, of course, I thought it was cool. So, yeah. So I'll actually go through. What I'll do is in the video, I'll play the section that I'm talking about. So if you've already seen it or you don't want to watch it again, you can skip past that part. And then at the end of that video, I'll talk about, which parts that I'm referring to. And I'll try to do something where I like say, if you go back to this point in the video, you'll see that they were talking about this. And what I think about that is, so that way you can like go to the video, like you don't have to click out, go to a different video, and then come back to mine. You can just watch that section, and you can click back, see what they said, and then come back to what my thoughts about it were. All right, let's get these questions going. Dom Bogey said, I'm pretty sure I saw you a few times during CitizenCon. I was everywhere. I was trying to be in Hall B, in Hall A. I was running around. I was trying to get everywhere. And then after Citizen, I don't know if they're actually going to air this or not, but after CitizenCon ended, they actually came up to me, recorded me, and did like a full-on feature with me. So they recorded me, and they were like, hey, tell us what you thought about CitizenCon. And I was like, I thought it was cool. I like this part, and this part. And then after that, they were like, okay, so tell us about your channel and everything. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm Billionaire Ninjas. I reviewed all the ships, so on and so forth. So it was a pretty cool, very cool experience. And I will be going to every CitizenCon from now on because I have to tell you, the people I met are what made the experience. CitizenCon was cool. Meeting the devs was incredible. But the people you meet, man, this community is just, it's excellent. And now that I've been to one, I kind of know like how to do it, right? So like you got to show up early, you know, to make sure you're in front of the line. I know that I don't need my big, huge camera setup that I took. I'm better off just getting like a little phone setup. I know that Manchester is very wet. Got all my equipment wet. Um, yeah, it was really cool. And I also know like the merch line, getting through the merch line the first day is the only way to guarantee that you get the most limited stuff. The only things that I missed out on were the limited edition Pico and the limited edition blazer. They had this really cool not blazer, bomber jacket. And but I wasn't upset about either one of those because the Pico was still available online. Um, and the bomber jacket, the only thing that made it unique was that it had the CitizenCon logo on the back, which I wouldn't want on my jacket anyway. I have other stuff that has the CitizenCon logo. Actually, I have this coin I can show you. You guys can see that. That's the coin we got. It's like 4,000 of them. There was only 4,000 of them made, and and you could win like this pretty cool thing. And it's in the case, so you could take it out of the case. But yeah, it was a really cool experience. I'm going to every single one. So if you're planning on going to the next one, which I'm hoping is in Montreal, because that would be the cheapest flight and cheapest travel for me. But I don't know if they've done one in Montreal. It could be Frankfurt, but either way, I'm going. So no worries there. I will see whoever goes at the next one, because that was way too much fun. Let's see. Aaron Vaughn, what's up? I did see you at the con. Time frame around crafting and base building. Well, generally, when they do stuff at CitizenCon, it's supposed to come in the next year. So, at the very least, some version of that should come before the next CitizenCon. I don't know if we'll get space stations and all of that stuff, but at least the ground level stuff where you could build stuff on the ground. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see that mid next year. They start testing it. So yeah, it should be coming next year. But here's the problem with them giving time frames. Every time they've given time frames, they haven't met them. So what does a time frame really mean when CIG is giving you a time frame, right? It's not that like they're incapable of meeting them, but they're not beholden to time frames. They know that they either deliver it well or they shouldn't deliver it at all. And if they can't deliver it well when the time frame hits, they just won't deliver it, which I respect. So I don't know how much I even care about their time frames. I'd like for them to give a year, like they did with Squadron 42, but that's about it. Like all I need is a year. Tell me what year it's coming, and what year you can be certain it's coming. Right? That's it. And then at the very least, I'll hold you to the year. I won't hold you to any dates, months, or anything. So. Bing, 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 bing. Yes, I do remember seeing you. Oh, yes. That was very cool. It was great to meet everybody. Like, I was flabbergasted by the amount of people who knew who the heck I was. Like, I thought maybe one or two, but I met at least 100 people who knew who I was or at least watched one of my videos. And that's not even including, like, the devs. And then I met Gavin Rothery. I got him to watch one of my videos. Like, oh my God, it was cool. It was cool. I think Ben Curtis said he watched that last one, the Ironclad video. It was incredible. I had no idea. I got to meet all the other, well, not all of the other. I got to meet a lot of other streamers. Like I mentioned earlier, I met the info runners and everything. It was really cool, and which is rare to meet the info runners because of where they live, you normally just would not meet them in person. And not only that, like we got to hang out for a little while, so that was cool too. Let's see. How do you feel about the changes they made to the Polaris guns? I didn't actually look. Did they verify what the changes were? I mean, I saw it, but I don't remember what the change was. Ufficial Luca said they removed full screen so the game doesn't run as well. I have not played since I've been back. I plan on playing at least once, just checking out Dot 2. But we'll see. I saw you clearly at the end of the row with your white Billionaire Ninja shirt on while watching the stream. I hope you had a great time and can't wait to hear about it. But my big question is, what happened to the Galaxy? Okay, I hear this question a lot, and I've heard a lot of other streamers talk about it. I don't think anything happened to the Galaxy. I think they knew the biggest question was going to be the Pioneer, so they answered that. But I also think, and this is just my opinion, right? I think when you leak everything, when like everything gets leaked, what happens is you make CIG be like, all right, well, since you guys know everything, why should we tell you everything, right? So it's like, we didn't hear about the Guardian, we didn't hear about the Misfortune, we didn't hear, and I feel like they know when things leak. Obviously, they can go on, Reddit just as quick as we do, and because I've felt how short that ship presentation was. Ben was very openly like, I know you probably seen some of this stuff, and I was like, ooh, okay. So and this has always been the problem with leaks, right? Like, I have no problem with people finding the information and finding it and sending it out, right? But you have to know that when that happens, when you look at leaks, it disincentivizes the people who make this stuff to make a big deal about it, because they're like, you already know about it. So again, that's why I don't focus on leaks on my channel. Sure, I'll look at them if I don't particularly care about that thing. Like, if something leaked about Bounty Hunter 2.0 or 3.0 or something, I would look at that, because I don't particularly care to be, excited about that. But most stuff I would probably ignore, and I definitely wouldn't cover. But that's, no salt to anybody who does. Like, do what you do. But I just think that this is kind of the knock-on effect that you get with the leak stuff. Like, if you guys know everything, why should we waste time at CitizenCon going over stuff? Now, to be fair, the Galaxy didn't leak. But I think that was a huge expectation that the Galaxy would be shown. And I think it might be in one of those what are they called? The blue, like, silhouette things? I think it might be in there. So we definitely know the Perseus is in there. So that's cool to know. But I'll go over that too. Like, I'll do a whole thing where I go through and guess which one, which ship I think is each. And then we have the Galaxy. I don't think we're missing it. I think it's actually still going to come. Remember, they said these are not all the ships that we're releasing in the next year. They said 12 to 18 months, I believe. So every time we see this list, we tend to be like, oh, they were missing this one and this one and this one and this one. Don't do that. They will release ships that are not on that list. And the Galaxy, I wouldn't be surprised if the Galaxy is one of them. But here's the thing, though. If they're releasing the Pioneer, which that threw me off. I would not have guessed the Pioneer would be coming. If they're releasing the Pioneer, then they might be able to hold off on the Galaxy for a little while. So don't be surprised if you see the Pioneer first and then the Galaxy. So, yeah, it's just a matter of when we get it. But I wouldn't be surprised if we got the Galaxy in the next 18 months. All right, let's go to the other questions. All right, out of all the ships teased during CitizenCon, how many do you think will be on the web store for sale before ILW? Before Invictus? Any chance there'll be more to come during the CitCon referral bonus runtime? I don't think so. I don't think, as far as the CitCon thing, I think whatever you see now is pretty much whatever you're gonna get. What's up, Rage One? I saw Rage One at CitizenCon. It's pretty cool. Ran into each other a few times. Let's see. How many do I think we'll see before ILW? At least 6 of them. We'll see at least 6 ships, because I think they'll release like 2 or 3 during IAE, and then I think even before that, like we'll see one released in like January or February, and then we'll see one released in like March or April, and then then we'll see like maybe two released at ILW. What are your thoughts, opinions on the player org space stations and how it will potentially affect the future of orgs in the verse? I think there will be a lot more people joining orgs now. They just heavily incentivized org gameplay because being able to build a bingo is going to get a bunch of people started in orgs. Interestingly enough, before CitizenCon, I actually reserved the name for Billionaire Ninjas. I didn't want somebody to go in and take it, so I reserved the name for that org, but I had no intentions of starting it because I don't have the time to actually run that org. But if I could find enough people, I might consider it. But that would still be very far in the future. That would be like 2026, like along with the launch of Squadron 42. So it would be very far in the future. So don't think like I'm around the corner from an org. But that's the only thing I would consider. But yeah, I did see my org that I'm currently a part of at CitizenCon, so that was pretty cool to actually engage with them. How is that sticking to just wing commander status going? I'm still wing commander. Oh, by the way, if you thought I saw something at CitizenCon that I'm going to purchase, I appreciated certain ships, but I didn't see anything that was like, oh, this is a must buy. Maybe the vehicles, just because now that I know how insurance is going to work, vehicle. If that insurance part was so important. So folks, like everybody who's been like, oh, just buy it in game. Yeah, no. No. Buy it in game is dead because you don't get to keep your warranty. So buy it in game. Not saying like you shouldn't buy anything in game. What I'm saying is like the people who are saying, it doesn't matter to buy it outside of the game, that part is dead. So, yeah. If you want something and you know you're gonna want it over and over and over again, it's a ship that you're gonna use a lot. It's time to get it. It's definitely time to get it. Well, you got some time. You got till 2026, 2027, so you're good. But yeah, I won't be telling people to buy anything. I won't be telling people to buy anything, but I definitely will start buying things that I normally would not buy. I already had it in my plans to do that anyway, though, because I want to keep a Nova tank. I want to keep an Ursa medevac. I want to keep an X1 Force, and I want to keep what was the other one? A Rock. Those are my 4 vehicles that I want to keep in the fleet. What's up, Denny's? Yeah, so those are the ones. Make sure you're dual streaming if you're not, and make sure you're leaving comments every 7 minutes so you can qualify for our giveaways. Yeah, so I liked the vehicles. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I didn't like them, but as far as my fleet, I didn't see anything that I needed. I have to know. I need to know more. I have to rewatch the videos. The Star Lancer TAC seems to me to be like the better version of the Redeemer, and it explains a little bit why they did what they did with the Redeemer. I don't know if that was on purpose, but maybe it seemed like they were trying to push the Redeemer down a little bit and push the Star Lancer up a little bit. But them selling it for the same price is a little weird. But I think that's just the starting price for the Star Lancer TAC. I think the price of that is going to go up to like $360, $370. I wouldn't be surprised because it has a lot of stuff in it. 2 medical beds is crazy. So, there's some potential for some like new daily drivers, but we'll see. I have to go over all this stuff and see. Yeah, even though you were there, you were rewatching videos. Same. I haven't rewatched enough of them yet. I was so tired. I barely got any sleep. I tried to go out with everybody that asked me, hey, like, come to this bar, let's go do this. So I tried to go out, and I barely slept while I was there. So when I got back, I was like, Starlancer BLD, you hear any rumors when that's coming out? Is it a safe bet that you're getting that? How about the other variants? Safe bet that I'm getting it? No. Possibility, maybe, but it would be with store credit. It wouldn't be like, you know, bought outright. Maybe because they didn't have a war bond for it. So, but I don't know. I have to rewatch the videos first. I haven't had the chance to watch all of them. And I have to really pay attention because you got to remember when I was there, I was trying to like record and watch at the same time. So now I get to like lean back and watch. By the way, if you go to CitizenCon, folks, you're not really there to watch the panels because you could always rewatch the panels. You're there for the experience, and I figured that out like midway through the first day. The experience at CitizenCon is what you're there for. There were, all the food places we like to eat were there, like the Torpedo Burrito and what is it? Oh my goodness, what is it? Greenery? I can't think of the names of them right now. Big Benny Burger, like all those places were there, and like you could eat the food, and it was pretty good. The pizza was, I'll tell you what, CitizenCon, I don't know what you did with your pizza. Pizza was, cut that. You need to do better with the pizza. But yeah, the Starlancer build is the only one I would say. We'll see. I don't know. I have to look at the ships, find out what stats they are, and then like compare them to what I already have. But the only reason I would really want the TAC is because of the 2 medical beds. And the only reason I want the build is if I needed that level of construction, and I don't particularly know enough about it to know whether I would need that. So I'm not particularly interested in these ships. I know just from my initial thing, I was thinking, good, I can keep my wallet closed, except for the vehicle. I can't remember what the heck it's called, the SCM thing or whatever. I want those 2 little vehicles. Yeah, I think I want those little vehicles. And if this ends up being like, if the Galaxy's here and then the Starlancer build is just under it, it might make sense for me to get it because I don't have a Galaxy anymore. And really the main reason I was going to get the Galaxy was because of the refinery and construction module. So it would make more sense for me to get the build, skip the Galaxy, and then I already have the Pioneer. And a lot of people were upset, or thought I would be upset. A lot of people weren't upset, but a lot of people thought I would be upset that they changed the way the Pioneer looks. I wasn't particularly interested in the way the Pioneer looks so much as what it could do. The fact that it has all capital parts now, that's great. And seeing the interior of it was incredible. Yeah, it's going to be my construction capital, and I can't wait. That's going to be really cool. Construction is going to be key to the game now, so all the people who haven't bought a Pioneer are probably going to be a little upset. I wouldn't be surprised if the price of the Pioneer goes up. Yeah, I'm hoping it goes up to 1,000 so we can get our LTI, but 10 years is good. I'll take 10 years of insurance. If it comes out next year, I'd be like in my 40s by the time my insurance went up, and I'd have like way more. I'd be way more invested in YouTube by then too. So I probably wouldn't care too much about buying another 10 years of insurance or whatever it is. Have you figured out where out of the 5 system listed for 1.0? Yes, I will be on Terra, for sure. I'll probably have a house in every system. But I want it, my whole thing is to start in the most protected systems, build up some wealth there, heavily taxed wealth, obviously, but some heavily taxed wealth there to the point where I'm successful in a built up system, and then I will use those systems to support the next level down. So I'll go to a medium security system, and then start building stuff there and making sure that the built up secured systems are supporting the medium security, and then build up the medium security and then have that support the low security. And then when I have all three of those working pretty much like clockwork and able to defend themselves consistently, then I'll go up in the sky and start building some space stations and all of that good stuff. I don't particularly need a bingle in my life. I'm not that I don't need to own a bingle, but I do want the space station penthouse. I think that would be cool. I just think it would be cool to own a space station in general. Yeah, I wonder, like, because they didn't particularly show like a whole bunch of people doing things, like, or like a bunch of like random people doing things. It looked like it was all org stuff, but I would love for random people to be able to come to my space station and drop off stuff and sell me stuff and so on and so forth. So obviously we have more to hear about that, and I gotta go over that stuff too. But yeah, Terra is gonna be probably my first. The Misfortune is all but confirmed by name now. Do you think this will be more entry level salvage, ship under the Vulture, or will it sit between the Vulture and Reclaimer? I don't know, actually. From what I saw, if the ship that I saw is the one that I think it is, it should be about the same size as the Vulture, which would be a little weird. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one, because I didn't hear enough to be like, oh, it's for sure going to have this or that. It wouldn't make sense for it to be smaller than the Vulture, if you ask me, because that thing only holds like 12 SCU. It just makes sense for that to be the smallest one. However, the Vulture doesn't fit in a lot of other ships, so they could be making one that they want to fit in a lot of other ships. And if that's the case, then you can understand why they'd make a smaller one. So then you could fit a salvager in a lot more ships, or in a standard hangar. That's all the questions from everything else. So we're officially on to chat questions. Make sure you put question in front. All right. Oh crap, we've been on a hype train for 3 minutes. Sorry folks, I was focused. Nice. Who did the hype train? I don't know. Do people start it? Darth Wookie, much appreciated. All right, let me go through and answer these questions. I'll start with, let's see. I'll start with YouTube. Let's see. Official info runner. Don't know yet. What's up? Am I an official info runner? I don't believe so. I did request. Let's just say I put in my application. And we'll leave it at that. And we'll see what happens with that. But you know, whether they say yes or no, it wouldn't change my opinion of those folks. They're awesome. And you know, I've been a fan of the info runners for a long time. They were part of the reason why I got into Star Citizen in the first place, is watching their videos. So it was really cool to meet those guys, and I even got to meet Badgers. Yeah, and Badgers was a cool dude too. So even though Badgers isn't officially an info runner anymore, still it was very cool to meet Badgers as well. So met obviously Algorithm and Execute. But yeah, it was really cool. So whatever they decide is you know, whatever they decide. I feel like part of the reason, you know, that, you know, I put so much effort into the YouTube channel is to kind of, you know, earn my spot amongst the YouTubers, so to speak. So if for whatever reason they say no, it's not because I didn't work hard enough. That's the one thing it won't be because of. All right. What's up, folks? Jason, Serpinol, John, what's up? Brat Pack, what's up? Let's see. Congrats on finishing the reviews. Thank you, thank you. Speaking of those reviews, I am trying to work out something with CIG to where I can get lists of all the people who worked on every ship. And I think that might end up being my next ship series. So if you're wondering what I'm going to do next, there you have it. If I can't get a list from Galactica, then what I'll do is I'll end up just going through the videos myself, which is going to take a lot more work. So you'll get them a lot more slowly, which is why I would love for them to just send me a list. And then what I'll do is, as I'm going through and kind of introducing you to the people who worked on your favorite ships, I'm not gonna do anything crazy like interview them or anything unless they're up for that. Tentakitty gifted 5 subs, much appreciated. Oh man, YouTube you gotta step your game up as far as like your reaction things, because when something crazy happens on Twitch, man, it's like bells and whistles, everything is going crazy. Whereas like when it happens in YouTube, I have to kind of find it. But thank you, I appreciate that. Oh, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, I was talking about what I'm doing next. So my reviews will basically, so my first thought is the review will be, here's the people who worked on this ship, and here's some other ships that they worked on, maybe like, depending on what information I can gather. And then it'll be like a little bit of an updated review on it, so that even if you're not interested in the people who worked on the ship, you could still get something out of the video. And then it'll probably be like a little bit of a use case video. So if you've seen, I did a few use case videos, but I think I'm gonna mix those together just to make them a little better. The length of my videos will probably be a lot longer from now on because I'm only releasing so many. So get prepared for 30-minute videos, pretty much each one of them. So 3 of those a week, unless it's like a short. I'll probably get more into releasing YouTube shorts as well. But we'll see what I can do, because sometimes YouTube shorts aren't necessarily worth the effort of converting it and all that stuff. But yeah, I would love to do like kind of a dedication to the ship team type of thing. Yeah, so that way, like the next CitizenCon, I got something else to share. On top of that, yeah, I definitely want to do more like single ship, I talked about it kind of videos. So we'll see how that all works out. Let's see. How would you feel if after 1.0 they do patch cycles as DLC? Well, 1.0 is Star Citizen, right? So I don't think 1.0 is like the finished product. I think 1.0 is the first version. So I wouldn't say they're probably going to be done until like 1 point something anyway. But even if they did, if they did everything that they said, and it's a stable game and it actually works and there's not game breaking bugs everywhere, then yeah, if you release the game and it's officially out, then yeah, every content you release after that, it's not an alpha anymore. They don't have to give it to you for free. They can charge the normal amount for DLCs, which is what, $20. That would make sense to me. But I don't think they'll go the DLC route. I think there's other ways they could do it, like or maybe they do it in a kind of DLC way where they like you need an access card in order to go past this gate, or to get to travel through this star system or something like that, because it's on lockdown or something like that. And so you can either play for like hours and hours and hours to get through that gate, or you can purchase the key card and then you can immediately go through the gate. So That's what I see them doing. You know, either they'll lock it behind hours of gameplay, and have you be able to skip those hours of gameplay, or it'll be, you know, you buy something related to it, not necessarily buy the DLC, because they can do whatever they want at this point. Um, let's see. Yeah, my volume is pretty much always gonna be low from now on. I don't know what that is. I've tried fixing it multiple times, so all I can say is you got to turn your audio up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Let's see. A lot of people saying they saw me in the background. I hope so, because I was running all over the place. Yes, the merch line was crazy. It was 2.5 hours if you were a general at MIDI. Like if you were just you had a general ticket, it was like 2.5 hours, and if you had a premium ticket, it was like, yeah, I think if you had a premium ticket, it was 1.5 hours. And then when I actually got in line the second day, I waited like 45 minutes. So yeah. Oh yeah, the Ironclad. Yeah, I think the Ironclad might be coming this year. They aren't telling us everything. They said they were focusing on RSI this year, yet we got an almost to flyable MISC ship. Yeah, I don't think when they said they're focusing on RSI and stuff like that, that meant that they were only gonna do RSI ships. I think it just meant that's the primary focus. Like the main stream of ships is RSI, but they'll be branching out, you know, to keep everybody interested, because not everybody likes RSI ships. I Yes, I do already have a Pioneer. You can get awarded a warranty to apply to your bought in-game ship. Yes. But how long will the warranty be? And there's going to be limitations on that as well. And I don't think it's going to be easy to get those, because he did say the word rare. But I'll go through that in more detail once I actually get into that stuff. But don't and remember, these are transferable, right? So if you get a warranty, it's not going to be warranty on my ship, warranty on this ship, warranty on this ship, warranty. It's going to be, I have a warranty on this ship and I have to transfer it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people have been focused on earning it in game, and you can earn the ship in game. But what level of insurance will you be able to get? What level of warranty will you be able to get? Will they have multiple transferable warranties? I don't know, but the fact that they're saying they keep using the word transferable makes me think even if you can get transferable warranties, they will be extremely hard to get. Probably the first one will be easy to get, but the second and third one will probably be very difficult to get. So you have to make that decision of, is it worth the amount of gameplay time, or do you just want to spend the money and get your ships? Reckless Abandon. I've been enjoying your ship reviews. Very handy. Thank you very much. What's the giveaway? The giveaway is a B. I think that's B Heart. Um, you said, what's the giveaway? The giveaway is a ship paint of your choice that's available in store at the time of the giveaway, and that's for YouTube. And for Twitch, it's a Atlas, giving away an Atlas on Twitch. So that's why I say dual stream on both, so that way you can qualify for both prizes. We got 35 people. Oh my goodness! Yes, I love it. I love it. Let's go. um. All right, we're still going through these questions. I have to get off in a few minutes, so I'm trying to hurry up and get through it all. Um, let's see. Been rewatching a few. Been debating getting a Connie. Connie Taurus, Connie Andromeda, both the way to go, depending on your play style. Get base building out and finished. The way that they showed the gameplay, and this is what I was very impressed about. Another thing I was very impressed about, they kept showing gameplay. It wasn't just like, oh, this is a thing that might work. I think the only thing that they were like not showing gameplay around was the space station stuff, which kind of let me know that that's a little further away. So I wouldn't expect space station stuff until like around the 18-month mark. Whereas like the ground building stuff, I would see. I would be surprised if we didn't see that in 2025. I'd be very surprised. Garcia Greens, yes. Sorry, I forgot the names of those things. Because I normally just go to Kelto and get everything from Kelto and then head out. The experience was incredible. I'm gonna try to make it to more bar citizens as well. Montreal is only like a few hours drive for me, so I'll try to go to a few of those. Maybe just stay the night in Montreal and go to a few of those. Yes, the building module for the Galaxy should be available at IAE, but expect the prices to go up. I expect every ship that can do something with base building, I expect the price to go up, because now that they've announced what the gameplay is going to be, orgs are going to be all over it. So if you're going to play the F5 game to try to get a Pioneer, just know that there's a lot of orgs that had no intention of getting one, but after this CitizenCon, they're going to be trying to get one, because they probably didn't know how important it was going to be to getting a space station. So yeah, just good luck with that. Oh, I'll be back. I'm back. All right, let's finish up these questions. Let's see. Polaris. BLD is going to make or break holding on to a Galaxy for me. Yep, I feel like that's going to be the same for a lot of people. If you don't have a Pioneer, though, it would make sense to have the Galaxy and the BLD, I would guess. Don't think the TAC will replace the updated 600i? No, it shouldn't. They're completely different ships. Build is a missed ship. I don't vibe with the missed design. Well, you heard John Crew. It's here to stay. They like it. They like the mail slot. I probably won't even mention it anymore now that I know that he specifically said that they like it. So I probably won't even mention it anymore. But yes, it's official. If you don't like the mail slot, it's probably best that you stay away from missed ships, because it doesn't look like that's changing anytime soon. I'll tell you what, those are part of the reasons why I was a little nonplussed about them, because I don't particularly like the mail slot. But at the same time, I might, they're doing VR. They officially announced that. So I might end up with a VR setup rather than like this whole screen setup. And if that's the case, then I probably won't care as much about the mail slot. So we'll see. I want to see which VR setup is officially supported though first. All right, we got to get through these questions because I do have to hop off of this thing. Why do you think they didn't put any base building concepts out for sale? They did. They put the vehicle out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure they put the vehicle out. I don't know if that was the base building vehicle or if that was the other one. But the BLD, actually, let me just hop on the website real quick. Also, the Terrapin to Starlancer Max Warbond Edition is a $5 CCU, and I think it's worth like $25 or something like that. Let me see how much it's worth. It's a really good CCU to pick up if you didn't notice already. Star Lancer Max is 250. The CCU is going for 225. So it's a $25 CCU. It's a mid-level CCU. $25 at the mid-level is decent. It's not the greatest. I think 30 is when you see a $30, that's when it's great. But $25 is like one step below great. So, and it's a $5 CCU. So, yeah, I would pick that up. Terrapin to Star Lancer Max. The TAC is for sale. The Max is for sale. What else do they have? It's the CSV, the Argo CSV SM. I don't. That looks like the cargo variant, so that's the one that's for sale. So I guess they don't have the building one for sale. Let's see. Yeah, I'm a little under the weather because I didn't get enough sleep, and then so my immune system was probably on its last leg, and then I shook so many people's hands that it was crazy. I would have been impressed if I wasn't sick. And as far as the Zeus Mark II ES is selling for $175, but it's only a $15 CCU, so that's not worth it to me. Not to mention the price went up, so nope, that's not worth it. Let's see. Star Lancer Max, I already said that was worth it. Did I already buy? I hope I already bought that. I think I already bought the I just want to make sure I bought the actual Carrick. Otherwise, when I give away this Carrick, we'll have to wait till IAE to actually get it. Well, I mean, it's like 15 days. It's not that big a deal. Can't do anything with it anyway. Can't do anything with your brand new Carrick anyway. Oh yeah, so I still got to buy the Carrick that I'm giving away. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, it'll be cool to see the Star Lancers in game and be able to compare them. All right, I got to hurry up here. Will I be doing a Star Lancer review anytime soon? It will come. But it'll probably be after it's done for sale, but it should be before the IAE. Given the new announcements at CitizenCon, which of the silhouetted vehicles that said would be coming this next year are you most looking forward to? Perseus, no, Polaris actually. No, wait, Pioneer actually. After seeing do you think this could be data of a solo play in 1.0? I don't know. I don't understand that question. After seeing the sleeker, less engine of weapon-heavy military versions of the F7A and F8A we saw in the Squadron 42, do you think we will have these variants in SC? Absolutely. I don't particularly know whether we'll be able to buy them though. Thanks, Fed of the Void. I'm happy to be back. Just sub and watch your videos all week. Much appreciated, Quasi Gaming. Saw you recording Jared with the huge grin on your face. Yes, definitely huge grin. Some of us were waffling about it in your Discord, but I think you came up with I came up with an op base build. Do you think CIG will try to stop us from building bases too hard to raid? No. I think the intent is they actually don't want your bases to be easy to raid. I think they will actually purposely they want you to be able to heavily defend your base. They want it to be very difficult for somebody to come and take it because they want people to earn their own. So I don't think the gameplay will center around people trying to take it. I think it will center around trying to earn it. Because even once you take it, you then have to like get all the correct licenses and all that stuff to officially own it. So it's gonna. I think that'll happen eventually, but I think that'll be once orgs have already set up their own. Raft LTI package with the little cargo truck. Still cheaper to CCU, but it's nice. I did not see that. Let me see. Oh yeah, they're doing like a giveaway, or not a giveaway, a referral bonus thing. I was gonna do like a whole like use my code on the screen thing, but I think I might skip it because I don't particularly need that. But if somebody wants to use the code, it's not even on the screen right now, so you'd have to go to one of my videos to find it. Feel free. But if somebody does it, I'll go in the chat with them and I'll give them something. I'll give away something to whoever does it first. So that's up to you guys. I'm nonplussed, so if you do it, if you don't do it, but if you do it, I always give something away. If I say I'm gonna give something away, if you do it, then I'll give you something. And it'll probably be like a CCU or a paint or something like that. But at least that way we both get the hover quad, and then that also allows me to give away another ship later. So, but yeah, either do it or don't. It's up to you. But if somebody does it, I'll do that to make it worth their while. But yeah, I don't see the. I see the Avenger starter pack. View all game packages. It must not be a starter pack. It's not a starter pack. I do see that Legatus pack staring me in the face, though. They need to update it, though. I will not be buying a Praetorian pack because I would still have to melt too many ships. It would be cool to have the Idris M, but I don't want it that bad. I think you could get the Idris M in the Dominus pack, too, though, if I'm not mistaken. And I would be much more... Nope, it's Idris P in the Dominus pack. Yeah, I'd be much more likely to get the Dominus pack. There's a lot of ships in it that I don't want. I would mostly be getting it to, you know, because the Vulcan, the Cutlass, the Terrapin, the Hull Sea, Redeemer, Hammerhead, Starfarer, it has an Endeavor in there and an Idris P. But I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if an Idris P is worth it. So, yeah. Probably won't be getting any of those. But, yeah, I didn't see that pack you were talking about. Maybe if I go to a different one. Let me go and see who was the last person that used my referral code. Here, I'll drop the referral code in case somebody does want to do that thing. If you don't, it's fine. But let me see who the last person was so I don't accidentally give it to the wrong person. There we go. So my last person was on 10/10. It was my last one was on the 10th of October. So if anybody's gonna do it, just so you know, that's I can track who did it first. All right. Yeah, I can't get to this page. This the CitizenCon starter pack page. Yeah, that's all it lets me see. All right. Only a few questions left in the YouTube chat. How was the TAC not registered as a Mirai ship given its military focus? Mirai isn't necessarily a military ship maker. Is that the Here, let's look that up because that was not the that wasn't the intention I got from Mirai. Um, they specialize in like high performance stuff, which could be used for military, but I thought they were more racing than military, if I had to guess. So I would guess that if they do like a racing variant, that would be it. Um, let's see. I have negative interest in the 890 jump personally. So that's a huge detractor for Praetorian. They need more packs. That's one thing I forgot to ask the devs. I wish I did. But I really want. This is what I want my community to do. I'm gonna at some point during a live or something, the next one we get with the ship team or whatever, ship team, marketing team. I'm gonna post on Spectrum. Can we get more packs, please? Ship packs, and then you guys are gonna all have to like upvote it so we can get that question asked, or updated packs, not even necessarily just brand new, but updated. My thoughts on multiple characters. I think that like any MMO, that's gonna be good. You at least want to have one good one and one pirate one, so you could do like throwaway stuff on one of them. You said you don't get discounts on packs. Yes, you do. You get packs. You get better discounts on CCUs, but you do get discounts. You get discounts on packs for sure. For instance, I think when you do the math, the Praetorian pack is worth like 19,000 or something like that. But yeah, packs aren't necessarily the way to go for people who are trying to save money. It's more so for like, I want to ship with LTI that's in there, and I can only get it through that pack. So like, if you want to Idris M, you got to get the Praetorian pack. That's it. So and that's what I would be getting the Praetorian pack for. All the other stuff would eventually be upgraded to something else or whatever, and I would slowly do that over time. But I would be doing it for that. Do you think 1.0 will be death of the solo player? No, absolutely not. Solo players will always have so if you watch it again, you'll see that before he started talking about the super org stuff, he started talking about the single player loop, right? So the whole thing was about loops, right? What loop does a single player fill? Okay, they go salvage, and then they go refining, and then they go cargo, and then he had the single player loop completely mapped out. Do you think we would ever get a Moby-Glass companion app? Yes, I do think we'll get that. All right. I'm going to go and do the Twitch ones because I do have to hop off. So I'm going to try to zoom through. What do you think the new Crusader starter ship will be? A small hauler, fighter, smuggler? I hope it's a smuggler, but it'll probably be a cargo ship with... it'll either be a cargo ship that can fight or like a smuggler ship that's fast. I don't think it'll be a dedicated fighter. I do think it will be able to fight, though. Let's see. What's up, Bite Size Hobbit? First time chat. Coin would beat BDE CSM coin at the Brigade Command Sergeant Major coin? Yeah. I got Brigade's Command Sergeant Major coins. Not a big deal to me. I think the best coin, not Brigade. I want Division Command Sergeant Major. That's what I want. Division Command Sergeant Major coins were legit. Them things were like this. And then some of the generals had coins. I might have one around here somewhere. I had a general coin too. Let's see. Saw you in the front row. Yes. Glad you saw me. I'll try to be in the front row at every single one of them going forward. Nobody else gets the front row seat, just me. Do you think the CCU chain from Terrapin to the new Max is the play? Yes, I already talked about that. Delatria. I enjoy your YouTube videos on ship reveals. Much appreciated. Reviews. Yeah, I got you. What do you feel is the worst ship in Star Citizen? Right now, I'm thinking the Peregrine, but it's probably not. It's probably something different than that. The Peregrine, my issue with the Peregrine is not that it's a bad ship. It's that I need it to do something else for me to be able to purchase it because it's completely useless to somebody who doesn't want to do racing. You could say point A to point B, but it doesn't really have great gas mileage for that. So I wouldn't even suggest it for that. So that's my biggest issue. I just think it needs one thing. But it's very fast. It's one of the fastest ships in the game. So, let's see. TAC requires 7 crew, Redeemer 3. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they're not comparable. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. That's just an initial thought. I haven't looked at them deep enough to do that. You guys have had a lot more time than me to look at them. Not very excited about the new ships at CitizenCon. I was excited, but I just don't need them. So that's kind of the thing for me. I don't need most of the ships that they mention. I know 2 Galaxy that you'll be welcome to hire the refinery services of. Trying to get a Pioneer for a while. Yup. He subscribed with Prime. Much appreciated. Hi, Mr. Hamshank. Let's see. What ground vehicles do you think are essential now? I pretty much stayed the same. I like those construction vehicles, but I have to look at them a little bit more. What's up, Walk on Your Side? This is your first time chatting? I thought you chatted before. Let's see. TAC will replace the 600i. Nope. What's up? Hello from the UK. What's up, Blue Saber? Argo pickup review then? Yes, at some point. Not sure when. Hey, is Fast Cart here? What's up, Fast Cart? I didn't even see you. Yeah, if your name has things in it, I guess they don't like that in the chat. So, I mean, I don't care, but what's to say? What's the goal? 2 more. The goal. Oh, you're talking about the goal. I'm sorry. I'm new to the whole Twitch thing. I don't even know what my goal is. The goal is as many as people feel like giving. As far as like subs. Much appreciated. Rage 1? What does that 1,000 mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, I got a hype chest? Oh, I don't know. I shared a hype chest. I don't know what that means, but hey, I think that's my second time doing that. Hardy said I'm Russian and proud of it. You should be. I mean, no reason that you can't support your own company or your own country. Billion chair ninja. What is the value of a warranty with LTI level 1 insurance when I could just 3D print my ships at my org's base? I don't think we confirmed that it's going to be level 1 insurance, but it might be. But we do know that ships are going to be more, they're going to be better if they came with LTI. Or they're going to be better if you built them. Tentakitty, tier 1 subs, much appreciated. Thank you. We hit a 10 out of 10 goal, so much appreciated. Let's see. All right, I gotta hurry up. Gotta hop off. So, welcome Flashpoint. Let's see. Least favorite ship. I think I already answered that one. Most overrated ship. I don't know what my most overrated would be. That's a good question. I'm gonna go with the Peregrine again. There's plenty of people who love it. It's not for me. But if you're a racer, you probably think this is one of the greatest things that ever happened. So, all right, that's it. That's all my questions. Let's rate out. Who are we rating out to, folks? Who are we rating out to? Thank you, Tenakitty. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Meat Salad. Thanks Bugfang. Thanks everybody. We got to rate out. Who are we rating out to? I don't know. How do we pick a person? Let's see. Let's rate out to the info runners. Let's raid out to the info runners. All right, see you everybody. Thanks for showing up and watching. Boom, 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 boom. I think I did it right.